Hey guys. All right. Hi to my replay viewers. Hi Kathleen, glad you hopped on here. I'm trying to come up with a pretty view. Hey Amy. To put as my screensaver when people come on Periscope. So I thought I'd do my hearts or my stars. So, all right. So today we're actually going to get started, and we're going to actually work on, hey Emily, work on seating, sitting down correctly and standing up correctly. So, and for those of you who actually have gotten my 5-day diastasis challenge before, and hey Arabella, or my diastasis fix. Yes, this is exciting, Emily. I'm glad you're on here. So there's going to be some new things in this, and even what's more exciting that I'm excited about is a lot of the stuff that I'm learning, and I don't just learn from her, I learn from some other people as well, and pay for different courses and things like that. That can cost a lot of money, but I want to use it to benefit y'all. And I'm working on the Diastasis Fix version 2.0. So some of the stuff that we're learning in her program, I'm actually going to integrate into my Diastasis Fix program to help you out even more with the stretching. Some of the stretches and the little micro movements that she does, to include it into a program, so you're not just sitting there thinking, okay, what should I do today? So you'll have a step-by-step program that you can do. And and I know there's a couple people on here who have purchased the program, and you're going to be able to be upgraded on that as well. So just free. So that's it. Time to make it. You are welcome. So guys, let's work on sitting first, and I don't know if you can see me. Hang on one second. Let me move this down a little bit, okay? So you can see me. All right. So when we're seated, a lot of times we're like this, and a lot of you are going to know this, but I'm also going to take you through some exercises to help show you how to realize when you come out of correct alignment, okay? So I want you to get on your sits bone, the bony parts of your butt, okay? So I want you to be able to rock back and forth and be able to feel it, okay? And if you're reading her book, this isn't in sequence, this isn't the first thing she does, but I want you to learn how to do this seated first, because it can be difficult when you're standing up fighting against gravity, okay? And a lot of times we're out like this, and we're flaring our ribs and sticking out our chest and shoulders back and down, and that is actually incorrect. So we put a lot of pressure on our linea alba when we are doing and sitting like this, okay? So the first thing is to get on your sits bones like this. A lot of times, and I have talked about this before, if you get a half dome yoga block, okay, you put the part that's rounded and put it on the chair, and the part that's flat right under your butt. And if you sit a lot during the day, it'll rock back and let you know if you're tucking your butt under or not. So it's good to kind of help keep you on your sits bones, okay? So what we want to do, and I've said to do ribs in, right? And a lot of you know that, but what I want you to learn how to do is to put your ribs down and in, and you're actually going to feel a contraction. So I want you to find your ASIS bone, these bony parts that stick out right here. I want you to put your hand on it, okay, and come back around and feel the front rib bone, and it's down in front, okay? And as you can see, my hand, this hand on my rib is actually, in the position I'm in right now, is actually in front of my bone, my hip bone, okay? And what I want to do is I want to push my ribs down and back so that they are lined up. Now I want you to give that a try, and you should feel So now what you are, your ribs are down. You're keeping your ribs down. And it actually might feel like a contraction, okay? So if you can't see my face, I'm sorry. I had to turn my tripod down. All right, so again, let's try it again. So your ribs are going to go down and in. Even if you don't have diastasis, this is what you should be doing in the correct alignment for our bodies to keep the forces and pulls in our body correct, okay? So this should feel kind of strange. It may make you feel like you're slouching, okay? But I really want you to practice this. Now here's the other thing I want you to do. Now if you're on your sits bones and your ribs are in and down, okay, I want you to lift one arm up and one arm down, okay? Oh, I think my phone's falling. Sorry guys, hang on a minute. Might take me just a minute. Hang with me. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay, now you can see me. All right. So here we go. And another way that I like to do this, I can get both of my bones with my fingers right here and my thumbs on my ribs. So I do it together and I push them down and in. And now I'm contracted and you're all in one neutral position, okay? Your ribs are over your pelvic floor, and that's what it needs to happen, okay? So, and then lift your right arm up, and I want you to tell me at what point, or just notice what point do your ribs want to come up with your arms and actually do this, okay? So we're going to go back into the position, and you can even do both arms, and you may feel your ribs wanting to come up, okay? So that's what you want to, you don't want that to happen. You want your ribs to learn how to stay right here no matter what movement we are in, okay? It creates just this perfect tube down your body. The other thing, and tomorrow what we're going to learn, we're going to talk about breathing and how your diaphragm needs to be able to get down to do its work. And when you're in correct alignments and your ribs are down and in, that actually helps your diaphragm to do the work that it needs to do, which is huge in aligning your body, okay? So again, continue lifting your arms. And this is an exercise that you can kind of do to strengthen to strengthen your core. You should feel your core contracting. Actually, to keep your ribs in and down, you should be able to feel that, okay? So I don't know if any of you are practicing, but if you are, let me know if you feel that, okay? And we're not going to talk about breathing today, okay? I just want you to be able to learn to get those ribs down and in, okay? So that's seated. So we're going to do standing now. Okay. I want your feet the same width apart as your ASIS bones, okay? And then I want you to, this actually helps take the load off your linea alba. So make sure your thighs, if you had a string running from the center of your hip down, you don't want it in front of your foot. You want it to run straight down along to your ankle bone. So that you want your thighs backed up, okay? Back them up. And as far as the positioning of your feet, this is how I am able to do this. Get a straight edge, like maybe a rug. So I'm standing up against a rug, and I'm lining my foot up against the rug. So this part of my foot, right here, I'm lining straight up with that rug. And it may make your feet feel like they're going in a little bit, okay? So you're going to feel this part of your thighs kind of rotate out, and it's going to make your knees feel like they're coming in a little. This is correct form. It may feel a little awkward at first, but you will eventually get used to that. So that's how you stand with your feet. Try to keep them the same width as your ASIS and line them up. And so it's going to feel awkward, but it's taking a load off your linea alba, okay? Now, again, when we're here, so what we're going to do is ribs down. So remember how I taught you how to do that. So you're going to bring your ribs down and in. So you should feel contraction again. You may even feel it in your lower back, which would be normal because you're actually lengthening these muscles when they've been used to being shortened. So you want to lengthen them. Okay? So let's get in correct position. Now, maybe take a break on that for just a minute. Okay? So now you know to do that. So let's talk about the positioning of your booty. Okay? So get your legs right, your feet right, and I don't want you tucked under. Okay? A lot of people are tucked under, and some people even actually they're tilted out more than they need to, so you need to be in a neutral position. And a lot of my clients know I say to untuck your bum, okay? And so what that means is I pretend like there's a string on the back of your butt, okay? And you lift it up, but you don't lift it up with your whole body. I just kind of watch me for a minute. So I'm in an untucked position, and I untuck. That puts me in a neutral position. If you're already somebody who's untucked a whole lot, you may need to come just into neutral a little bit. But most of us are butt tuckers from sitting so much. Okay? So get correct, get your thighs right. And I know this takes practice, y'all, but the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Okay? So untuck. Now, watch this. Ribs in, down. When you did that, did you want to tuck your butt in with your ribs? Which I'm sure you probably did want to. Hang on one second, somebody's knocking at my door. Okay, hang on, okay, my son came home for lunch. Alright, so where were we at? Alright, so you're untucked and ribs in and down. So what you're going to have to try to practice on is you're going to feel that engagement and that your butt doesn't want to come tuck under with your ribs, okay? So this is something you can practice on. You can actually get on a wall with your feet a little bit away from the wall. Are you Snapchatting me? And get in, you can kind of rest a little bit, but what your goal is this part of your back right here, I want to go up against the wall, okay? Because this is just going to help you to be able to feel the engagement of your ribs, okay? So bring them down and in, and see if you can actually stand here against the wall with your feet out a little bit. If you need to, if it's too hard, you can actually bring your feet out a little bit further, okay? I want you to feel your booty up against the door, and there should be, a little bit of arch, and then you feel the door right there on your back or the wall, okay? Don't forget how to line your feet up, like you're lining them up with some, just straight, so it feels like things are turning outward. Okay, guys. And then while you're here, too, what you can do, so we're going to go back down and in. So while you're here, just like in the chair, what I want you to try is to raise your right arm up, okay? You should feel that contraction in your abs. Left arm, then both arms. Now, where do you feel your ribs trying to come up with your arms? That's what you need to be aware of, okay? And the more you practice and more you do this a little bit every day, the easier it'll be. So those are the things I'm going to talk about today, is the sitting and the standing. Do any of you have any questions? This one followed your... Okay, good. Yeah, and see, that's because your muscles in your back are lengthening and they're not used to that. So I'm glad you're trying it out, Emily. But does anybody else, do you have any questions? I have a 5-day diastasis challenge that you can find if you go to fittabulousmoms.com. And I'm actually going to be adding to that as well. It's free. You can go on my website and just find it. It's a lot of great information to help you with the basics of healing diastasis and strengthening your core. And then I'm going to, like I said, I'm actually going to be adding to some of that as well. So, all right, if y'all don't have any more questions, then I guess I'm going to go. Tomorrow we're going to do something different, but I'm not going to tell you what we're doing. All right? So I'm just going to surprise you. What'd you say? Sure. You be nice. So, all right, ladies, thank you for hopping on here, and I hope that you felt it. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at livykagel@gmail.com, or you can go to fittabulousmoms.com and hit the contact button. You can also follow me over on Instagram at fittabulousmoms. Okie dokie? All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Heard of this stuff it's probably kind of new, Emily. A lot of women haven't heard this, so I'm glad you're hopping on here and learning. There's Morgan. That's my 18-year-old. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.